The house was quiet, too quiet. Not the peaceful kind, the kind that presses against your ears, the kind that makes your chest feel tight for no clear reason. Daniel Carter stood in the doorway of his childhood home, his expensive coat still damp from the rain outside. Something was wrong. He could feel it. No laughter, no soft humming from the kitchen, no familiar shuffle of feet that always came when his mother heard him come home. Just silence. Then, a sound. A low whimper. Barely audible. Coming from upstairs. Daniel dropped his suitcase and ran. He pushed open the bedroom door and froze. His mother was on the floor, curled like a child, her thin hands wrapped around her legs, trembling, her face pale, her lips cracked, and standing above her was his wife, Elena, arms crossed, expression cold, a sharp heel pressed dangerously close to his mother's fingers. "Get up," Elena snapped. "You're pretending again." Daniel's heart stopped. "What is this?" he whispered. Elena turned and smiled. "Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and standing up for the ones who raised us, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Keenness Corner Hub. Because stories like this, they matter." Daniel Carter didn't grow up rich, not even close. He grew up in this house, small, old, with paint peeling from the windows and floors that creaked with every step. His father died when he was 13. Heart attack, just like that. One moment fixing the fence, the next gone. From that day on, his mother, Margaret Carter, became everything. Mother, father, provider, protector. She worked 2 jobs, cleaned offices at night, sewed clothes for neighbors during the day. Her hands were always rough, her back always bent, but her smile, always there. "Education is your way out," she'd tell him. "Promise me you'll never forget who you are." Daniel promised, and he kept it. Scholarships, sleepless nights, endless rejection, until one idea finally worked. One company, one breakthrough. By 35, Daniel Carter was a millionaire. By 40, he was unstoppable. But success has a way of blinding you, and sometimes it brings the wrong people into your life. Elena entered his life when everything was shiny. Luxury hotels, private dinners, flashing cameras. She was elegant, soft-spoken in public, supportive in front of others. She adored his success, loved his money, tolerated his mother. At least, that's what Daniel thought. When Margaret's health began to decline, Daniel made a decision he thought was loving. "Come live with us," he said. "I want to take care of you now." Margaret hesitated. "I don't want to be a burden." "You were never a burden," Daniel replied. Elena smiled politely, but her eyes, they told a different story. What Daniel didn't see, while Daniel traveled, while he signed contracts, while he shook hands with powerful men, Margaret suffered. Elena controlled everything. Food portions grew smaller, medication forgotten, doctor visits delayed. "You're exaggerating," Elena would say. "You're old. Pain is normal." Margaret stopped complaining. She didn't want to worry her son. She didn't want to be sent away. So she endured. Every day, Daniel knelt beside his mother now, hands shaking. "Mom, why didn't you call me?" Margaret tried to smile. "I didn't want to disturb you." That was when Daniel broke. Tears came fast, ugly, unstoppable. He looked up at Elena. "What did you do?" Elena sighed, as if inconvenienced. "She exaggerates," she said calmly. "She enjoys attention." Daniel stood, slowly, dangerously calm. "She raised me with nothing," he said. "She gave me everything." Elena rolled her eyes. "And now she's useless," she muttered. That single word, useless. Something inside Daniel shattered. Within hours, Margaret was in the hospital. Doctors were horrified. Malnutrition, untreated infections, severe neglect. If you had waited another week, one doctor said quietly, she wouldn't have survived. Daniel didn't sleep. Not that night, not the next. He stayed by her bed, held her hand, apologized over and over. When Margaret woke up stronger days later, the house had changed. Elena was gone, divorce papers already signed. No lawyers, no arguments, just consequences. During Margaret's recovery, something unexpected happened. Daniel slowed down. He canceled meetings, ignored emails. He cooked. He listened. They talked about the past, about dreams never chased, about sacrifices never mentioned. Margaret smiled more, and one afternoon she said something that stunned him. "I'm proud of you," she said, "but I'm happier now because I finally feel safe." Daniel realized then, success isn't money. It's who feels safe because you exist. Some wounds don't bleed. They hide behind closed doors, behind polite smiles, behind the excuse of being too busy. If someone raised you, protected you, loved you when you had nothing, never assume they're okay. Check on them, believe them, protect them. Because no amount of money can replace a mother's love. And no success is worth losing your soul. If this story moved you, if it reminded you of someone you love, please like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who needs to hear it. And tell us in the comments, who are you grateful for today? This is Kindness Corner Hub, where stories heal hearts.